Hi, Zoe here. Welcome back to my channel. This is number 4 in my March Madness series. Today I have decided to go through my scraps box and make a layout entirely with scraps. I don't keep a huge amount of scraps. I tend to keep what I think I will definitely use. I try to be not ruthless, but almost. I mean, you can see that I do keep little bitty bits of things and stuff. But yeah, I definitely don't put anything back in there. Papers that I don't love. I have to love a paper to put it in my scraps box, because otherwise it's just going to sit there and I'm not going to use it. And I do periodically purge it anyway. So I'm just going through and seeing what I have, and I'm thinking to keep it relatively simple. I'm going to go with this beautiful peachy toned ombre, which I think is a Jen Hadfield paper. I have a lovely thick stripe, which I think is a crepe paper. Oh, not Heart Day. Kiss, no, not Kiss Kiss. What came before Kiss, after Kiss Kiss and before Heart Day? What was it? No, can't remember. I have this 6x6 wood grain. I'm not sure where that's come from. I have the floral, black and white floral is a Felicity Jane. I have a black and white stripe that's also Felicity Jane. And then I have this beautiful heart vellum, which I think came from the actually I was going to say the Heart Day, but I think actually it might have been Shine. Ooh, it's crepe paper anyway. I don't know. I can't be expected to remember these things when I cut the branding strips off. Whoever would remember things? Anyway, so as I'm playing around with the layers here, I'm just going to take an opportunity to remind you that all of this month I'll be posting a video every single day, and it's all in aid of Mind, the mental health charity. I'm trying to raise money for them. There'll be a link down below if you'd like to donate to them. That would be awesome if you do, but don't feel you have to at all. Instead, you can help support by sharing the videos, liking the videos. The more shares and the more views I get, the more money we can raise for Mind. So that would be super cool. And you don't really have to do much, which is always nice, isn't it? So you can see I'm playing around with my layers here and just offsetting them, making sure none of the corners line up, and playing around with the papers. And I really love this vellum. No, it's not even vellum. I'm going crazed. It's clearly acetate, but I'm calling it vellum because I don't know, because I'm just not with it, apparently. Maybe it's been a long week, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just playing around with my layers here, and I'm going to keep it, shock horror, for me, relatively clean and simple. I know, you are thinking, who am I? What have I done with Zoe? But I'm going to keep it relatively clean and simple, and I love that stripe paper so much. I hoard every single little scrap of this stripy paper, and the dotty paper actually, that's on the other side of this. I just love it. Anywho, I've used some of those self-same scraps to make rosette hearts. If you haven't seen my Christmas Off the Page series, I do have a PDF to show you how to make these. I will link the video down below, and I will also, I think my site is still down for rebuilding. I don't think Alex has put it back up yet. So because it's still down, if you email me at zoe@zoeguest.com, which is also down below, I will email you the PDF, so you don't have to buy the waffle flower die, which I've used here, because I also showed you in the Christmas Off the Page series that you can make these heart rosette die cuts without the die. So yeah, if you email me and you want the PDF, just drop me an email and I will get that sent over to you. So I'm going to add some of this beautiful Studio Calico grid paper. I just felt like it needed another layer to help behind the acetate a little bit. I felt like it needed something to stop the acetate floating. It felt like it was just off on its own a little bit. And my cats are having some sort of tussle. I'm not sure why. Crazy cats. So I'm just playing around with these hearts that I've made here, trying to decide where I want them, and they're going to be my only embellishment, or pretty much my only embellishment, I think. Oh, now I'm thinking again, do I actually add some I do, I had some tags. I'm lying. What am I like? These beautiful gold glitter tags I got from a Christmas gift section of my local supermarket, and this black one is a crepe paper one. Now the gold of the gold glittery tag doesn't quite match the gold of the glittered acetate, but I don't care. And also I'm going to add a new hole protector over that black tag, because I don't want to add in that turquoise colour. I don't want to add in another colour, because if I add that in on the tag, then I'm going to have to add it in elsewhere, and I just don't want to do that. I don't want to. So I'm going to change it up. I'm going to cut a hole in it so that I can add some twine, and I'm also going to change up the colour of the turquoise. I'm just playing around with some labels, thinking, do I want to add anything else for extra layers and extra texture? I don't think I end up using those labels, truth be told. So I'm going to go ahead and find a hole protector to cover up this turquoise, and I think I go with the Carpe Diem in grey, because I do have grey in the picture, so I think that will go quite nicely. And then I'm going to change up the twine that's already in the tags for just some plain. Actually, I think, if you can hear that banging, that is my cat. She's being just irritating. I don't know what it is about this time of night, but all the animals start to go a little nutty. I don't know why. Now, if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, firstly, welcome. I'm so glad to have you along for the ride, and what a month to come and join us. But yeah, if you don't know, I have two cats. I have Ming, the black muggy, and I have Chaos, the snow mink Bengal, and she's insane, without a doubt. They're both 6, and we also have a bulldog, Pixie, and she's just turned 1. Yes, it's a busy house. I like a busy house. Not so much when I'm trying to voice over and they're jumping around like lunatics, though. So I've added the tags, and now I'm just going to go ahead and commit to this whole cluster and just pop it down onto my white cardstock. Now, I've been asked a few times about the cardstock. When I am covering up the majority of the cardstock, I just use really inexpensive Craft Creations cardstock. It's incredibly cost effective. It handles some mixed media like a champ. Actually, it's pretty good, and it saves my really good American Crafts cardstock for other things where the background's more noticeable. So I'm using my glue gun to adhere the heart rosettes, just because it helps, because they've got so much dimension on the back that it can take a while for them to stick with a wet glue, but as long as you're patient, they will eventually stick. I'm just going in and playing with these foil stickers, foil label stickers, just again adding just some dimension around the photo. And I'm going to add some faux journaling actually. I didn't have anything particular to say about this photograph. It's simply a photograph of my son asleep whilst he's being worn by me. But I have 1,000,001 photos of him being worn, and I've journaled about them before, so there wasn't really anything to say, so I'm just faux journaling with Tim Holtz phrase stickers, because why not? If you don't have anything to say, you can kind of fake it. I'm adding to that diagonal feel of the journaling, or the faux journaling, with my stamp. I've added, I think, oh yes, I'm going to show you how to fix it. I stamped up in the top there and then I messed it up. So I'm going to try and stick a sticker, and no, that's not going to work. It's going to look really weird because obviously there's acetate there. So it's going to show that it's kind of floating behind the acetate. So I'm going to play around. What am I going to do to fix this? This is a nightmare. So I find some of the wood grain that I'd originally matted my photo on, and I add that in, and I start to pull it all apart, and it hides behind the acetate quite nicely. And actually I think it looks better than it did before, so that was a happy accident, because it brings the the photo layers out a little bit, where the tags are bringing them closer to the right hand side. It now brings it further out so that it's close to the left hand side too, and it's not hugely even by any stretch, but it just gives it a little bit more balance to my eye. So I'm going to carefully try again with my roller stamp. I think I'm quite happy with that. Am I going to add in my dates? Oh no, I do add the date though. I'm going to add in a doodly border because again it just draws the eye into everything in the centre, which is one of the things I really prefer to do. If I feel like my my photo and my embellishments are sort of a little lost in the centre of the page, I'm quite happy to just draw a doodly border which brings it all back together. And I'm just going to add some gold Heidi Swap colour shine on the diagonal, again to add to that lovely diagonal feel that I've given it. And I think that's it. I don't think I had anything else to this layout. It was a really quick one for me, and relatively clean and simple for me too. I don't even know who I am. I definitely do add the date after this. I don't know why I didn't do it on camera. I'm guessing I probably had to go and look up which date this actually was. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'd love it if you would join me again tomorrow. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!